Hi, and welcome to Pet Care for another pet tip. This is the season right here. If you look at it, flea and tick, Kevin, it's all around us.
Yep, it's begun.
Yeah.
As soon as the rain, as soon as it warms up, and then in the wet season, that's what all insects. We all know mosquitoes and all, they live off of that.
If you would have told me that it's already time to protect, I wouldn't have believed you until the other day when the boy come in from out in the yard, went out in the woods, come back and had a tick on the back of his neck. I'm like, well,
there it is.
Tick season is here.
Yes.
And the one you want to protect, the more vulnerable is your pet. I mean, you know, when it comes to ticks and then fleas, and I never realized till I got here how many different products there are to
yeah, and there's
animal.
a lot of them that are important because you can't just do one and expect it to work. You can't, if you find fleas on your dog or cat, you can't just put a collar on it and expect it to be done, because there's a lot to be done, and knowledge is a big part of it. When a dog picks up a flea, or if you find a flea on your dog or cat, that's only 5% of your issue. They're dropping eggs all over the house, all over the yard, furniture, wherever they go.
Right.
So, and like a lot of animals, or a lot of insects, they have 4 stages where they have the adult and an egg, a larva, cocoon, and then into an adult. So the eggs, I mean, a female flea can drop, I think it's somewhere around 40 eggs per day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it doesn't take long at all for you to get
builds up real fast.
Quick, yeah. So that's why when you treat the when you have them, you got to treat it. You got to do a number of things. Now,
when you say that, because if you put a collar on them, will the collar keep fleas from getting on them? Period, or can they still get on and bring that egg into the house? It's
around the head and neck. Yeah. Now they have come out with. They've gotten better over the years. It was that they, again, it wasn't that effective, but they've actually come a long way with them. So yeah, they will help. Great preventative, but if you got them, you gotta do some shampooing and that kind of thing. So here's a couple facts that I have that I think it's interesting. First of all, fleas have been around for 165 million years. They mostly only affect warm-blooded animals. They consume 15 times their body weight in one day.
Whoa.
They can cause anemia because they're sucking all the nutrients and stuff out of them. They can give them tapeworms. And then, of course, they're itching and even cause hot spots, especially if they're allergic to the flea bites. They have a hard outer shell. You can't crush them like you can a lot of bugs. You can, but it's not that easy because they're also very small. And this is the coolest fact. They're incredible jumpers. They accelerate 20 times faster than the space shuttle taking off.
Whoa.
So yeah, so jumping from host to host is very easy. Dogs playing, and that's easy for them just to hop to each one. And the most common places to pick them up is anywhere wild animals are, because obviously they're not being treated. And we all have squirrels, rabbits in our yard that you see. Plus, at nights you don't know what's going on. There's skunks and possums and dropping them all over your yard. So yeah, once they have a flea and they drop those eggs all over, and then they have a larva stage, which that's overall is about 2 weeks. Then they have a cocoon stage, is there for 2 weeks. Up to over 6 months. And what gets them out of there is vibration. You walk in, the pet walk in, also heat. So the pet lays down on the carpet and then out it comes and it gets them.
So they're not going to come out until they're ready to hop on something.
So they have some, because then once they come out, they got to get on something and eat within a couple of days. So they don't come out unless the conditions are right.
Right.
And then it's also, if you went to an abandoned house or a barn or something that no one's been in there for almost a year, you can walk through there and all of a sudden your ankle's getting bit up. That's what's going on.
I've had that experience.
Yeah, they're ready to come out. So anytime you're using any of the products, you want to make sure that it has something in there that has a insect growth regulator. And what that does is it takes care of the eggs and the larvae and the adults. Nothing on the market will take out the cocoon. So the idea is that first you want to do is vacuum your house and then spray. Go around the perimeter. They are smart. They will retreat to where the stuff isn't.
Now, what would I use to spray my house?
You want to use it. So the old school way, which still works, is the bombs. Now the thing is with the bombs is it goes up like a mushroom and falls. It doesn't go around corners. It doesn't go underneath anything. So if you have an open room where the pet is a lot, then they are good for that. Otherwise, you want to go with the sprays. And the sprays, usually like one of these size cans will do about 1 floor or a 2-room apartment.
Right.
And you want to go around the perimeter first, and then go, hit the rest of the
because you got to look at your, not only your carpet but your furniture,
wherever they go. I mean, like steps or anywhere when they jump off of a couch or something like that, where it's getting shaken off into the.
I guess once you get them, it ain't easy to get rid of.
No. So what you want to do is you want to vacuum first, spray it, and then 2 weeks later do it again, because that cocoon, once they start coming out, you want to get them again. And I recommend doing it at least 3 times. And that should take care of the house. And as far as the dog or cat goes, the best way to go is like a shampoo or a dip. I like the ones that, the dips are kind of a little more old school too, in that it's a chemical base. So if the dog's already chewing on itself, and then you're gonna burn them out a little bit more. So I do like ones like these guys has the oatmeal that'll help soothe some of the itching as well as kill the fleas.
And then as far as preventative measures now.
So then what you want to do is wait till the next day. Wait till the dog's totally dry, and then use a spot on, a good one, like an Advantix or Advantage, Frontline. And also the cool thing right now is that they're starting to have knockoffs, which is the exact same thing, but a lot cheaper.
Right, so you just would read the label, be sure you're getting the same thing. Now,
correct, yep.
Now, are these collars, is that what they?
No, they're spot-ons. So spot-ons, what they are is the one little tube. You split the hair, right around the base of the neck, and squeeze a tube out on it, and it goes through the body or through the whole entire body on the skin by the fatty cells. Right. So a good skin and coat, it'll work great. Now, if he's got a bad skin and coat, it doesn't travel throughout the body that well.
Right.
So that is also very important.
Now that's a monthly application,
yep.
I believe.
One tube, 1 month, and typically they come in 2 or 4 packages, so you can get like a 4-month supply.
Get through the season anyways, the majority of the season.
And prevention's a big part of it. If you're going, especially if you're going any kind of dog parks, but even in our own yard. I mean, we were just saying how there's animals everywhere all the time. So.
Now I'm looking at this. What am I looking at here?
All right, that's a Seresto collar. These things are cool. Again, the dog collar thing has kind of been, we've been beating up on them over the years because it hasn't been that effective. This one is made by the people who make the Advantage and Advantix. It's 8 months, and it's guaranteed to get rid of the fleas off the dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if your dog has fleas, this will help get them off as well as keep them from getting on it.
Yes, it'll kill them, on contact too. So hopefully when they get on them, they die, before they even bite them.
Now we're talking about dogs, but we also want to include the cats too. You're going to find the same product for cats
most of the time you can use both, but make sure that whatever you use, that it says, you can use it on cats.
Right.
And also the age limits. Most of them is 12 weeks and up. Advantage is 6 weeks. I'm sorry, 8 weeks on the Advantage and Advantix. But and that's important.
There again, read the label, get educated. Like you said, anytime we do something, you talk about reading the label. Reading the label is very important. But if you got, dealing with this time of the season, ticks and fleas, you're going to have to deal with it if you got a pet. And the best way to deal with it is attack it beforehand, before it gets out of control.
Yeah, and I've had so many people come in and tell me that my cat has never been outside. I don't know how he got the fleas. It can come in on us. So even if you're going somewhere, maybe you're cutting the grass or whatever, or or whenever somebody else's house, maybe it might be a good idea to leave the shoes and socks at the door or something. If you went somewhere where they could potentially come in.
They find it easier in carpets, but I know for a fact that they can get into the cracks on your hardwood floors as well, nest in those areas and wait on you. So if you got hardwood floors instead of carpet, don't think you're going to get away with it by just doing a dog. You need to also spot spray.
Right, and steps too. I mean, because that's where when they're running up and down, that's all that eggs are being shaken onto the
vibration of it all. But it's tick and flea season. For more information, you can always come right here. The experts can help you and point you in the right direction no matter what the situation is when it comes to fleas or ticks or anything. When it comes to your pet needs, you're going to find it right here at Pet Care. Until next time, thank you so much. More pet care tips every month right here from Pet Care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.